What is up, y'all? Hotato here, back with another video, and today we are going to be starting a new series called the ENP Essentials, starting off with the 10 things I wish I knew when I first started playing Empires and Puzzles. Starting off at number 1 is not summoning during the elemental summon here. So these elemental summons are great. They do have featured 5-star legendary heroes at a 1.3% chance. And you can check that by clicking the top left I information button. And these elemental summons give you the specific element that you're looking for. Say you need a yellow hero or yellow heroes, you can summon through the elemental summon. However, there are better summons out there with opportunities for better heroes. So my favorite summons are Atlantis, the challenge events like Wonderland, Valhalla, which is great for Season 3 heroes. And with all these summons, you also have a chance for the regular Season 1 heroes, which is what you can typically get from the elemental summons. So when I first started, I was doing elemental summons here and there, trying to get heroes. But little did I realize that it was not a good use of my gems. So you might be thinking, hey, Hotato, how am I supposed to get good heroes without having to use all my gems? And how would I get these Season 1 heroes that I really want, like June or Liana? Well, my friends, this goes to tip number 2, is your training camp. Here at my training camp, I have it leveled all the way to level 20. And we're going to refer to training camps as TC for training camp, and then the number, which would be the level at which you unlock each tier. So for example, down here at Legendary, this is what we call TC 20, because this is the 20th level and you unlock this tier at level 20. And what you can get for Legendary is a 1% chance for summoning or training a 5-star hero. And you can see in my summons video, I'll link it down below, I was actually able to pull a Catalan 5-star green out of this training camp with no gems whatsoever. And so this is what I would suggest for people who want to get started on building a base of 4s and 5-stars if they can, is to start leveling up your training camp so that you can upgrade your heroes, using, say, the uncommon here. And on top of that is to potentially get 4 and 5-star heroes. As you can see, I have yet to research the elite, which is a 5% chance to receive a 4-star hero. Someone like Grim, Kirill, Bold Tusk, some of the great Season 1 heroes out there. I never researched that, and I wish I did, because I would have potentially had the heroes sooner. I would have used less gems, and I probably would have been a little bit happier once I received them through the training camp. And so when I first started, I wish that I knew that leveling up my training camp should be the number 1 priority. So everything tertiary surrounding leveling up your training camp should go along with it. So if you need more iron, if you need more food to research, if you need a stronger, a leveled up stronghold, do all of those in order to get to the final level of training camp 20. And now for tip number 3 is to build a strong 3-star base of heroes. So when I first started, I was getting excited. I saw some gems, I did some elemental summons, and I was able to get a couple 4 and 5 stars from those summons. But in doing so, I thought, I got some 5 stars, let's level them up. But little did I realize that they would be less useful down the road than the 3 stars that I had. And I started feeding some of the 3-star heroes that I leveled up already to the 5 stars because I didn't think I would need them. But little did I know, I use 3 stars all the time. And as you can see here, I don't have very many 3-star heroes leveled up. And so I'm trying to restart my 3-star hero base now that I'm kind of midway through the game. And the reason why you would use 3 stars is, for example, the tournament here. They are restricted to 3 stars only and no reds, which means you want to run a green because reds are strong against green. And if you can't take reds, then they don't have a strong color against your greens. But when you have a strong base of 3-star heroes, you have a wider selection to choose from. So my suggestion for past me would have been to don't feed my 3-star heroes, especially Bane. This is my second fully leveled Bane. First one has been fed to Horgal, I believe. And build up that 3-star base. Have at least 2 teams. Even better yet, 3 teams. Rainbow colored 3-star heroes. Tip number 4 that I wish I knew was, where should I farm? Where should I go play levels and replay levels in order to get some experience, to get some recruits, to get some items? There's a farming guide. I think Barry's farming guide is a really good guide. I'll link it down below. And it tells you about how, like, Season 1, Province 8, Stage 7 will give you the most recruits for the energy. This requires only 3 world energy, and you can get 10 recruits on average per run. And if your teams are strong enough, you can just autoplay. But I wish I knew there were certain levels out there that I could farm over and over again that would be the most efficient, instead of just farming the latest level or what has you and wasting some of my energy. Tip number 5 is color stacking. So color stacking is when you would take more of one color in order to enhance the tile damage of that color, as well as to be able to charge up those specific colored heroes quicker when you have the same tiles going off. So let me show you an example of what I mean when I say color stack. So here is Season 1, Province 12, Stage 9. This is a very good stage to farm. It gives probably a very great all-around recruits to loot to experience a ratio for 4 world energy flasks. 4 world energy. And so I'm going to start this with my rainbow team here. And no color stacking whatsoever. This is what we call a rainbow team. And I'm going to make a match, and you can see some of the damage here from red, for example. So look at the red damage. It does on average about 110 with just Gravemaker. And now I'm going to run this level again, and I'm going to put 2 more reds in and take out some of the other colors like blue and purple, just so I can show you an example of a color stack. So right now, this is what we'd call a 3-1-1, because we have 3 reds, 1 green, 1 yellow. And the ones just refer to just its own individual color. The 3 refers to the dominant color. And so I'm going to make this red match here, and you're going to be able to see a drastic change in how much damage these red tiles do. 270 on average per tile. So that's a huge increase from the original 110, because I'm putting in 2 more red heroes that could do much more damage. And you can see once I made that match, all 3 of their mana filled up at the bottom here. And so with using a color stack strategy, you allow yourself to fill up your mana faster and do more damage with tiles. However, there is a trade-off to this, is the fact that if you don't have the tiles, you're not going to do damage. You're not going to be able to fill up your mana, and the opposing team might have their mana go off and their specials go off before yours do. So it does have a risk and a reward to it, though I think color stacking allows you to take on teams that are much stronger than yours. And I'll show you an example of me raiding a team. I run a 4,200 team power team, and I typically go up against teams that look exactly like this, 4,500 plus team power. And with my color stack and the speed at which their mana fills up, sometimes I'm able to win these battles. So let me show you a quick example here. 3 tiles under Gravemaker. Pop the diamond. And then I'm going to make this purple match below. And you can see the red is going to do some serious damage to him. So now Gravemaker's almost down to dead. And so I'm going to run some of my heroes here. And because I did my matches, I have multiple people's specials filled up because of the color stack and those tiles that I used for red and purple. All right, and I'm going to make this red match down here. Marjana's mana will go off, and it'll do some serious damage against Catalin on the far left. Let's see if it kills her. Almost, but now the purple will. And the purple did a little bit more damage this time because that I have 2 heroes that are purple. And so this is my favorite strategy, is to run a 3-2 color stack, which is where I have 3 of one color and then 2 of a secondary color. And this is just my favorite team. I love running it. It's just a fun overall team. So you guys get the gist. And tip number 6 is join an alliance that's helpful. As you can see, we're here discussing about heroes. We're discussing how useful they are, discussing strategies. And when you join an alliance that's helpful, that's talkative, it'll help you grow and learn that much quicker because you're surrounded by people who genuinely enjoy the game and genuinely want to help you. Because you can listen to my videos all you want, but some things I might not cover, and there's certain questions that you can't just keep searching for online. You could easily just ask your alliance, and some of the more experienced players might be able to give you a very helpful answer. So when you're first starting off, join an alliance, one that's talkative, and just keep roaming around. No harm, no foul if you join one and don't like it and leave. So just keep jumping around, find one that you like, find people that are enjoyable. And some teams or some alliances out there even have their own Discord channels, they have their own line chats, and you can use all of these to better yourself in the game. Tip number 7 is to get as much loot as you can. So what that means is join everything, try and do everything. So for example, I have chests. Make sure you do all the chests, complete them as quickly as you can. In the tournament, make sure you opt in every Sunday to the tournament. Whether you get to Friday, whether you make it through, it doesn't matter because you will still get some loot. And you can use that loot as it's a random chance to increase your heroes, to level up items, anything like that. So make sure you're doing everything you can to get as much loot as possible. Fighting the Titan, opting into the war. All of these will grant you and yield you some good items down the road as long as you're consistently doing them. All right, on the final stretch here, folks, tip number 8 is, as my cousin says, try. As you fail 100% of the time, you don't try. Say, for example, you're doing a quest, and the quest maybe is a little hard. See, it says right here that the recommended team power is 2740. And your team power is only 2,500. My suggestion, just try. Because you never know. You could get a lucky board, take some items with you, take like axe attacks and arrows, health potions, mana potions, antidotes, and just try. What doing this does is allows you a chance to fail, allows you a chance to succeed, and it gives you a learning opportunity so you know and understand the game, understand your own heroes, because everybody's hero base is completely different, and you want to be able to gauge how your teams do against specific team power recommended levels so that you can approach them in the future much more strategically. Even against raids, as you guys saw, I took a team that was 4183, and I took it up against a 4600 team. For example, I could take on this team with a 4500 team power. But granted, if I get some of the tiles that I need, I think I'm going to be pretty set. But if I don't get some of my tiles that I need, I might fail, and I might just end up trying again and seeing if I can get some of the matches that I was going for last time. So as I like to say, always try. You'll be able to learn at least something, whether you fail or you succeed. Tip number 8 is talking about troops. So what are troops? What do they do? So troops give you additional stats. So if right here I have a 4-star level 15 troop, and this is what we call a mana troop because it gives you a mana bonus. There's also a 4-star crit troop where it gives you a critical chance bonus right here. And these troops give you additional stats like extra attack, extra defense, extra health. And when you're using your troops, try to use the highest level troop that you have in your arsenal. My other suggestion with troops is don't bother using your gems to summon troops. Epic troop tokens come very often. And going back to tip number 7 is get as much loot as possible. And inside those loot chests will tend to be epic troop tokens. And especially if you do the Recruits 2 quest, sometimes, maybe 50% of the time, there's an epic troop token inside that. And you can use those tokens to summon troops. I'll show you right here what I could potentially get. So I got a 3-star troop, but at minimum you get a 3-star with a potential chance for a 4-star. And when it comes to leveling up your troops, you have to create a barracks. And what I did is I actually converted a level 5 forge. You need a minimum level 5 building to convert to a barrack. And then once you're in there, my suggestion is to level up your 4-star troops first if you have them, because they require the most resources, and then work your way down from there. That's at least what I wish I learned when I first started, because I started leveling up 3-star troops right here, and I didn't have enough troops to level up my 4-star one right here once I finally got her. So make sure you start at the top with troops and then work your way down. Last tip, number 10, is leveling heroes. So when you level a hero, you want to make sure you use 10 of the same color. So let's just say, for example, I want to level up Kagan, and he's a red. The reason you want to use the same color is because a 1-star 2-dan right here gives me a 2% chance for the special skill and 180 XP. But say I use a level 1 brand 1-star who's blue, only a 1% chance and only 150 XP. So if you use reds, you can gain exponentially more percentage for your special skill as well as more XP for your regular hero's level. So use 10 of the same colors until your special skill is max, and then after that, you can use pretty much whatever heroes you want to level them up afterwards. But using the 10 up front allows you to be food efficient as well as to level up your special skill as quickly and efficiently as possible. And with that, folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, hit the noti bell, all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you on the next one. See ya!